This rivalry first began in 1894, and if you asked me who the president of the United States was during this time, I would have absolutely no idea. I did not pay attention in history class. I was in the back thinking about college football, and now I'm speaking to you guys, so let's do it. The Oregon Ducks and the Oregon State Beavers have matched up in football 126 times, which comes in at fourth in the FBS for most played rivalries. The Ducks have seen more success in this rivalry, leading the series 67-49, also with 10 ties. Off topic, but I can't believe they used to let college football games end in a tie back in the old days. That would be a massive blue ball to fans and players. Hey, who won the game this weekend? Oh, Harold the Eighth. It ended in a tie. What the fuck is that? This annual rivalry is called the Civil War to fans in the Northwest. It makes sense because these schools are just 45 minutes away from each other on I-5. Oregon State's campus in Corvallis is north of Oregon's Eugene campus, so this name has some logic to it, but unfortunately it was discontinued in 2020 due to some reasons, but everyone in the Northwest still calls it by its name. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to be saying this. If I get in trouble and this is my last YouTube video, it's been a wild ride and I love you guys. I mentioned earlier how Oregon has the upper hand in overall record for this rivalry, but just in the last few years with the rise of Oregon State football under head coach Jonathan Smith, it's anyone's game. From 2008 to 2015, the Ducks won 8 straight times, but from 2019 onward, the series is tied 2-2, and each of the 4 games has been a super close contest. This rivalry is heating up. Last year in 2022, we saw one of the most wild games in series history, with Oregon State down 31-10 in the third quarter and making a miraculous comeback to win in front of their home crowd. I'm sorry to do that one, Duck fans. You do not want to think about that. This is what college football is all about. In 2023, it's expected that both schools will be in the top 15, possibly playing for a spot in the conference championship, and in Oregon's case, a spot in the college football playoff. But unfortunately, this game is going to be bittersweet for Northwest football fans and college football fans everywhere. The most hyped Civil War in decades will be the last one for the time being. Obviously, the elephant in the room for the 2023 college football season is conference realignment. Yes, everyone is shitting themselves. And in this case, we know that Oregon's leaving for the Big Ten, and Oregon State, well, we don't actually know. There's some uncertainty there. But what we do know is that Oregon football released their 2024 and 2025 opponents, both conference and non-conference, and Oregon State was not on the list. This caused huge backlash for both of the fan bases on social media, and when I say it was a war zone in U of O's comment section under the announcement, I am not kidding. Although these schools despise each other, people are still sad to not see this rivalry, as it's the most fun game of the year. Rivalries add extra life to college football and sports in general. Imagine how lame sports would be without a hated rival. That just takes away the character from the game. And conference realignment not only jeopardized the rivalry between the Oregon schools, but the Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State, and the Bedlam series between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. It is very sad to see. Beaver fans are upset that Washington is basically taking the place as the Ducks' rival in the Big Ten. They even agreed to schedule each other for the last game of the year in 2024 and 2025. The Beavs feel like they have been cheated on. Now, both fan bases are pointing fingers, but ultimately it was Oregon State that did not want to schedule non-conference games for 2024 and beyond until they had their lawsuit and situation with the Pac-12 all figured out. Did the Ducks reach out to the Beavs? We do not know. Did they ghost them like how your last girl ghosted you? Maybe, but we also do not know. Hopefully one day these schools can come together and make this an annual matchup again, as it's been a staple in the history of the state, but for the time being, there are no future matchups set, and the only thing that looms is uncertainty. Conference realignment is going to bring forth a lot of pros and cons to the sport of college football. For example, geography has gone out the window, while TV streaming and viewership will increase, and also revenues will increase. But one thing I don't think realignment should have ever played with is historic in-state rivalries. These teams should make it work. If you're a Beaver or a Duck fan, I know it's hurting. It's a bad day for the state of Oregon and the Northwest as a whole. But if you think that Oregon and Oregon State should play each other every year, go comment, say go Ducks or go Beavs, whatever side you're on. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments about conference realignment and the whole shifting of rivalries. If you hate it, get mad. If you love it, if you do love it, that would be pretty weird. But if you do, let me know as well. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and join the best community in college football. Go check out all of my other videos. If you like this one, you are surely going to love all of my content. It's all fire. Anyways, it's been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content. Thank you guys so much for the recent support. I just cannot believe it, and I will see you guys soon.